Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is Golfhouse, and we are back on the Jevination Skyblock server. When last we spoke, we built that thing. 6 nether portals of gold nuggety goodness, dropping whenever we want it to. And for the record, we always want it to. Let me go ahead and put my clothes back on here. Will's pants are starting to fit a little bit better. And let's take a trip. So, at the end of the last episode, I had mentioned that I was a little concerned about the light level of the nether portals affecting the drop rate of mobs down here at the XP farm. I've been playing with it a little bit, and that hasn't really been much of a problem. As you can see, we've got plenty of critters dropping, and so that hasn't been as much of an issue. I have been seeing a decrease in the amount of regular mobs during the day, and I'm guessing that's because we haven't done a great job of kind of shielding our that side of the mob farm from the sun coming up overhead. I don't know that there's a whole lot that we can do about that now other than encasing the entire thing in wood, but I don't want to do that until we get the rest of the portals up. And after the frustration that we had putting those portals up in the first place, I need a break from that. So for this episode, I think we're going to be doing a couple of different things. First of all, we need to do something about this XP farm here because we are losing experience at a pretty significant rate. What's going on is creatures are falling, kind of like that guy, and they're not sticking around for very long. Now, since this thing has been here, we've been losing about half of the mobs down the side of this trap that doesn't have the pistons hooked up to it, and that was okay. But now, with the zombie pigmen, we're getting so many mobs collecting down here that they're starting to push each other off of the platform. This gets especially bad when we hit a zombie pigman, because as you know, when you hit a zombie pigman, they all get aggressive. They all charge the player. The pigmen aren't smart enough to realize there's a hole there, so they all fall down, and if there's anything in front of them, like a zombie or a creeper or a skeleton, they get pushed down too. And that has been getting really, really annoying. So I would like to kind of optimize this area here with some additional pistons that can push these blocks out and kind of make it so that there's no way for these critters to get down to the bottom unless we have the whole thing turned off. I'm also getting a little annoyed with having to come all the way back here to turn off the thing. It's not really a big deal, but it's a little annoying, so I may have to work out some kind of a redstone contraption thingy on this platform where we can maybe have one switch here that we can just kind of flip and have all of them turn on or all of them turn off. The other thing that I've been having a problem with around the office is our XP collection system down here. Now, as you know, the XP all falls down here and we have to just come over here and get it. The way that we've been getting it is by breaking this block and letting the XP come to us. That has been working, except that this block sometimes will end up in that hopper over there, which means that we've got to put another block there, go all the way down here into the miscellaneous chest and get it. And that brings me to the third problem that we've been having on the island. This chest is filling up. I don't know how that string got here or those arrows. None of those belong there. But this chest has been filling up with armor incredibly quickly. The zombie pigmen spawn with armor all the time. And by all the time, I mean not all of them spawn with armor, but they seem to spawn with a bunch of it. and we're having a hard time keeping up. We've been combining armor as we've had the opportunity to. You can see we've got a whole bunch of brand new armor up here, but it's just starting to stack up. There's some things that we can do to alleviate this. These gold nuggets here, for example, we can combine them. I'm not really sure why they didn't in the first place, but we can combine those. We can move some of this stuff. We don't really need the carrots or the potato here. Those can go up. We've been getting gold swords, so I think we're going to stop making stone swords to attack these enemies with. We'll just use the gold sword for them because, well, they're free. We've been trying to combine our bows as skeletons drop bows. This is probably the 5th or 6th time that I've renewed that bow when I didn't really super have to. Let me go ahead and get this potato out of the way. But yeah, this is getting cluttered up, and I've got to do something about it. So we're going to have to probably come up with some sort of storage system down here that maybe we can expand the collection rate of the of this chest. And yeah, so those are going to be our 3 projects today. We're going to be kind of doing some fixer-upper things around the house. One other thing that we have to accomplish, you'll see that we have 31 levels, and you'll remember that we had to make a diamond pickaxe in the last episode because I was a derp and put down a bunch of obsidian that I didn't really want to put down in the places where I put them. So I had to remove it. That required a diamond pickaxe. At the time, we didn't have enough levels to put any enchantments on that diamond pickaxe, but we've only used it about 4 or 5 times, so we haven't really wasted it too much. So let's go ahead. We're going to put 30 levels on this, and hopefully this time we'll get fortune. Oh well. While looking at our sorting system and trying to figure out exactly what it is we're going to do, I had a little bit of an epiphany. We've got this sorting system here for the spider eyes, but we don't have one for the gold nuggets yet. And we are going to be getting nuggets at least the same rate that we're getting spider eyes. Probably a little bit faster because we don't have to kill the pigmen ourselves in order to get those gold nuggets. So it's probably going to be worth our while to put another set of hoppers here for gold nuggets and then extend this out a bit. That will relieve us of a little bit of the strain here because it will take 2 of our current slots out of the chest, and it will kind of make our sorting system a little more sorty, I guess is the word you would use. Anyway, so I'm going to go turn in some more wood for some iron so we can make some hoppers and get some chests going. And we're also, I think, going to have to expand our comparator and repeater stuff down here. That's all going to cost a little bit of money. So let me go do that, and when we're ready to put this together, I'll come back. Our sword is out of durability, so we're going to give it one more crack, and look at that, spider jockey. Good way to get this sword out of our inventory, I guess. Let's go ahead and take care of him. We'll get the experience out of there. We're up to level 6 there, that's great. Now I've gone ahead and moved all of the stuff out of this chest down into here. I think this is where that's going to end up. We'll grab a golden sword, and now it's just a matter of taking this out. I still haven't bought any of the comparators yet, so this is not an active system yet. This chest here is a trapped chest, so we don't have to worry about it quite so much. And then we will put a hopper pointing that way. Do I have any blocks? I'm going to have to get rid of that one too. That hopper's got to go. I do. So we will put a block there, a hopper facing in there, and then we need another block there, and a hopper facing into it. Then we can remove these guys, and I still have to go get the redstone wiring. So let me go get that, and we'll finish this up. Okay, so I think I've got all of this wiring done, although with a redstone noob such as myself, you never really know until it's completely done. But I think I've got it all lined up. This comparator is not powered yet because we have not yet put our items in. So I've got these here, put those there. Thankfully, that is not powering the hopper at all. So we'll put those into place. We'll put this little guy down here just because there's always going to be one in there anyway, and that's done. So we are now sorting out gold nuggets. So now the next thing that we have to do is to put another chest up to collect all of the, whoop, that's not what I wanted to do, collect all of the remaining random items. So we can put a chest here and here, and then a hopper pointing down into it, and that should take care of that. Now I seem to have misplaced this chest. What I am going to want to do is put a hopper here pointing in this direction. Get rid of that. And then I actually want this chest to go there, and that'll give us 2 chests worth of items, and then when those fill up we can put a third one down, although hopefully it won't get to that. I'm not going to bore you with the details of moving all of this stuff out. I'll go ahead and do that, and then we can call this item on our to-do list taken care of. Okay, the next item on our to-do list is this thing, and this right here is exactly what I was talking about. I collected some experience, I broke the stone brick, and it fell right into the hopper. I didn't have another brick, so I had to do this. So let's go ahead and take that, get all of our experience out. I'm just going to leave that open for a bit. That kind of makes me open to baby zombie pigmen, but I think we can deal. If I come down here, you see that our system is working correctly. Our stone brick did fall through the hoppers and go back down there. So we can pick that up and bring it back up and put it here where it belongs. But that is really annoying when I have to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this block, and I'm going to put a sticky piston here, extend the sticky piston so that it grabs a hold of this block, and then put a redstone torch here, and that will, the redstone torch will actually keep the piston extended. And then I'm going to have to do a little bit of engineering work, which is not my strong point, and figure out how to get it set up so that we can use a lever to open the block and get the experience out. So let me go find myself a sticky piston. Okay, so I have been fiddling around with this for like 20 minutes trying to come up with some kind of contraption that would allow me to do what I was trying to do. I was running redstone down underneath the floor here, and then it kind of hit me what my solution was. Piston, lever, pull it again, and pull it again. Sometimes the easiest solutions are the best ones. Anyway, during that time I've also been doing a little bit of XP grinding, and you can see I've got 33 levels there. I've also got a few more diamonds than I did originally. Turns out some people were auctioning them off in the chat for incredibly cheap prices, and you know, that seems a little bit cheaty, but when somebody's selling diamonds for like $100 a piece, I'm not gonna let that opportunity go by. So we're gonna give this one more crack. We've got another diamond pick here now. Let's see if we can get fortune. Aha! Finally! Fortune 3. So let's go ahead and break down those diamond ores that we've been kind of collecting. That Fortune 3 should take some of the sting out of wasting some of these the last time. Let's switch this out, and let's come over here. Stay far enough away from the edge. And head back down. 29. Excellent. So we've got our diamond situation more or less taken care of there, and now it's on to our third and final project, which is getting this set up. Now, one of the things that we want to do here is set this up so that we don't have to walk all the way back over here to pull these levers and get those. And I'm also going to add another sticky piston here, and maybe on this side too. I haven't quite decided yet, but we want to set this up so that we can completely lock off the entire farm and make sure that that we get all of the experience that's coming to us. And it sounds like I need to check my voicemail. So let me go do that, and then we'll get started on this. Okay guys, so we've got our 2 sticky pistons down here, so we have a total of 4. We've moved our levers over here, and this is going to be the least fancy redstone work that you have probably ever seen in your life. I'm sure that there are better ways to do this, cleaner ways to do this, fancier ways to do this. It may even be possible to power all 4 sticky pistons with one lever, but I don't know how to do it. So if there is a cleaner way to do it and you feel like sharing it with me in the comments, then go ahead. Otherwise, just accept the fact that I am not a redstone genius by any stretch of the imagination. But now, as you can see, we are getting all of the mobs trapped in there. So that one had thorns on it. Wow, that's interesting. Anyway, now we're getting them all, and we don't have to worry anymore about the pigmen falling down the chute before we have a chance to kill them. And so now I can just sit here and grind away and get all of the items that I need. I've been up here for a couple of minutes on top of our sign, and some things have been spawning up there in the middle. I'm going to have to do something about that, probably when we go and put the rest of our nether portals together. That's going to be a task for another day, though. I think I'm going to wrap things up here. I hope you've enjoyed our little to-do list around the island, fixing things up and making things just a little bit better than they were before. If you liked the episode, go ahead and click that like button. If you loved the episode, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Stalk me on social media. I'm just about everywhere. And until next time, my name is Golfhouse. This has been Skyblock. The defense rests.